Yeah. Hey, it's Jacob and Andy. Hopefully Skyler and Dominic
We're
can
gonna
join.
have the moment.
Okay, yeah, so in the previous video, I have to say that was some very unorthodox methods. Sorry we didn't get to all, but I do know that Travis Scott should have been on there.
Mhm. I still can't believe Smash Mouth was almost attacked by bread.
Wow.
Stop
Oh, this is the PBS Kids Iceberg.
and Go. Stop and Go was an online riding activity seen on the former website of PBS Kids Go, a block much like PBS Kids that was aimed toward a slightly older audience, and was mainly aired weekday afternoons on the PBS station from 2004 to 2013. In 2013, a newer rebrand for PBS Kids was rolled out to stations, ultimately getting rid of the block. The Stop and Go game, however, was removed a few years prior to 2013. On the Stop and Go game, kids could write their own story on the website after seeing the Stop and Go commercial to finish their own version of the particular story. Maya begins writing a story in which Arthur and Buster are walking outside when they see a fort, and inside they find Binky covered in some kind of goo. Maya then tells the viewer she wants them to finish the story and what was Binky covered in and why. It's good that they encourage kids to use their imaginations and come up with their own stories, but the fact that it involves Binky covered in mysterious goo may be inappropriate. It also may raise some eyebrows or cause some older viewers to make some inappropriate suggestions. Bearstein Bears, Tuffy is abused. Tuffy first
Maybe he is covered in blood.
Or maybe he's doing
That's it.
face. But anyway,
Oh,
appeared in The Bearstein Bears and the Bully. She is shown to be extremely aggressive and beats up Sister on the playground while Sister's friends watch in dismay. She attempted to fight Sister a second time when Sister caught her throwing rocks at a baby bird that was unable to fly. But Sister had learned some self-defense from Brother and managed to beat Tuffy up by hitting her square in the nose, causing Tuffy's nose to bleed. Their fight is witnessed by a recess monitor who takes them to Mr. Honeycomb's office. While the two girls are waiting outside the principal's office, Sister Bear notices that Tuffy's crying and questions her on it. Tuffy tearfully claims to Sister that she's really worried about what her parents will do if they find out what happened. Tuffy then claims if her parents find out, she won't be able to sit down for a long time. After hearing this, Sister realizes that Tuffy must have a rough home life, and that must be one of the big reasons to why she's a bully. In the end, a second recess monitor who happens to witness Sister and Tuffy's fight comes in and reveals to the principal that Sister was trying to defend a little bird that Tuffy was hurting. Sister Bear is ultimately let off with a warning. As for Tuffy, the principal doesn't call Tuffy's parents about what happened, but she's forced to serve recess detentions for a week and ends up having to see the school counselor for a while. By the way, if you watch Bearstein Bears, please let me know in the comments. JJ the Jet Plane. JJ the Jet Plane is American live-action / CGI animated musical children's television series that was based at the fictional Terrytown.
It's so weird.
The series has 62 episodes and is centered on a group of aircraft who live in the fictional city of Terrytown. The episodes are around 25 minutes long.
I would probably die in Terrytown.
Also, each episode contains one or more songs. The theme song and the majority of the other songs were written by well-known children's singer/songwriter Stephen Michael Schwartz and sung by his popular music group Parachute Express. Created by Devin and Deborah Miller.
I'm gonna look something up.
Please hurry.
Okay. Wait. Do you really write? Oh no. It's the wrong person, but he shares a same name with Stephen Schwartz, who wrote the musical Wicked.
Oh.
So I'm gonna continue on with the video. Can you do an impression? Do an impression of me.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Joel, this series
Stop with the Bible!
To teach life and moral lessons to children. Original series. In late 1994, a short live-action series was produced at AMS Production Company in Dallas, Texas, with real-life model planes and handcrafted human characters. They had the same personalities later in the series.
Like
the original series had a lot of similarities to the first couple seasons of Thomas and Friends.
More demonic
videos
and
were released
uncanny,
AJ's first
just
flight
like
in December
Mr. Incredible.
1994. Old Oscars led the parade in February 1995, and Tracy's Handout Hideout in October 1996. The original series was narrated narrated by and features some voices of John Miller and Youch. These three were known as the pilot series. CGI and live action based episodes. On November
You want this.
No, I don't.
Happy, engaged employees.
second,
It's like Saturn Wars. You know what I want? Nothing.
in 1998, the CGI animated says live action series premiered on the Learning Channel as part of the Ready, Set, Learn block. Voice actress Mary Kay Bergman provided the original voice of JJ, Herky, Savannah, and Revan Even. After her death, Debbie Derryberry and Donna Cherry replaced her. In 2005, new episodes were produced featuring additional characters, including the Red
Derryberry,
Latina
Donna
playing
Cherry.
Lena.
Oh, that
Each
rhymes.
episode begins featuring JJ's mystery segment in which JJ and Lena explore things that may be mysterious to intended age groups, such as how planes fly or how the five senses are used. The mystery segment is followed by a story that comes up from the original episodes of the series. So in effect, the new series repackages previously broadcasted content. The reboot. A reboot of the series titled The New World of JJ Jet Plane has been
That's
confirmed.
less scary.
And it's a complete
But I
redesign
bet
making
you it was a failure.
a newer audience of children. I never grew up with JJ the Jet Plane, or maybe anything on here,
Well, I bet
but
you
if
did.
you did, please let me know down below more
Probably
about your
why that you
experience.
didn't
I
grow up
grew
with
up
that
with
thing.
several episodes, and oddly,
Not
it
to get
was
confused
just
with Ghost
weird.
Rider like the Marvel property, I mean actual Ghost Rider, like a typewriter. So Ghost Writer is an American
Oh,
children's
basically all of Jake Paul's songs.
mystery television series created by Liz Nealon and produced by the Children's Television
Oh,
Workshop and
I'm gonna try to make a compilation of every time I roast someone.
British BBC Television. BBC. The series itself aired during BBC's Two Schools input.
BBC.
It began airing on PBS on October 4th, 1992, and the final episode aired on February 12th, 1995.
They were watching
series
the
revolved around
PBS
friends from Brooklyn who
Iceberg.
solve neighborhood crimes and
Brooklyn,
mysteries as a
New
team of
York.
youth detectives with
Hey,
the
I'm
help of a
walking
ghost
here.
named
Get a
Ghost
bacon
Rider.
and
Ghost Rider
cheese.
could communicate
Hey, Jacob.
Yeah,
Next time you're in New York, you
yeah,
need to order things the Aki way.
probably.
You know what the Aki way is?
What?
I'll show you. The Aki way.
Tell me later.
Basically, it's Stephen Yang, comes from Americanized or Arabic slang for Aki, meaning brother. And the guy who made it is from Yemen.
Oh,
And then he took over running of his family's bodega and eventually started
Okay,
whipping up
yes.
crazy sandwiches. It's basically make it crazy. It's the Aki way.
whatever. Just get back to the video.
Yeah. All right. Do 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 do.
Sorry, just that gets me all the time.
Ghost Rider might not offer any surprises, not even for the toughest among us.
with children only by manipulating whatever text and letters he could find and using them to make words and sentences. The series was designed to teach reading and writing skills to school children. Each mystery was presented as a case, covering 4 30-minute episodes. Children were encouraged to follow each mystery and use the reading and writing clues given to attempt to solve mysteries, just like the Ghost Rider team does in the TV series. Ghost Rider was critically acclaimed and honored by
Wait.
presenting a realistic, ethically diverse world in the 2-hour mystery stories.
Uh-oh.
At the end of its 3rd season,
What?
I hope that wasn't Bill Cosby.
No, that wasn't. I thought it was almost Sam. It's because he's black?
No, it's not. It's just
You just got canceled.
no. Listen, shut up, Andy. Let me explain. It's because of the face structure that sort of reminds me. The chin.
Yeah. Same, because I was about to say, was that Samuel L. Jackson? Because I kind of saw like rings under his eyes.
Ghost Rider ranked in the top 5 of all children's shows on American television. Ghost Rider has been broadcast in 24 countries worldwide and generated a number of foreign language adaptations, including a dubbed-over version on Discovery Kids Latin America marketed as Fantasma Escritor. I butchered the shit out of that. Sorry, mi amigos. My bad.
Mi
Despite its
amigos.
popularity, the program was abruptly
There, Johnny, como está? Oh.
Canceled after its third season due to inadequate funding. The original series was reran from 1995 to 1999 on PBS. The UPN Kids block and the UPN also has reruns from a short time in 1997. Then in 1999, it was syndicated on ABC for a short time. From 1999 to 2003, it was aired on Noggin Cable Network, which was jointly funded by the Children's Television Workshop with Viacom's Nickelodeon. The show's revival, The New Ghost Rider Mysteries, also aired on Noggin as part of its nighttime programming block, The Hubbub. Any of you dinosaurs or old fossils who watch this, please tell me below. I'm a 2000s kid, so I don't know much about this. Caillou has cancer.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ. So this is something from a theory about Caillou having cancer. I'll read it out for you. Why is Caillou bald?
No, it's because he doesn't deserve food, hair, or love.
People have wondered about this ever since Caillou
Yes,
was a thing.
he is
And
a
why
kid
are
who's
parents
for
always so calm, and why is
every
Caillou
day,
so
but he
boring?
does
Even
not
his
grow
parents are obsessed with his
anymore,
looks, or they
period.
secretly abused him by shaving his
Just-
head. This theory says that Caillou is actually a toddler with cancer. The reason why there's always a white frame board in the show is because Caillou is on his deathbed and the stories are Caillou's fantasies of his ideal life or just flashbacks. Caillou's cancer could also be the reason his parents spoil him because they want to give him happy memories before he passes away, and they feel guilty of punishing him because of his disease. Or in another
Okay, so basically this is my theory. Not because he has cancer or alopecia. Maybe because he's a spoiled little brat who doesn't deserve hair.
and
No,
his dark-
don't bring Chris Rock near Caillou.
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
Might make a
continue.
G.I. Jane
no,
joke.
no. Keep it out of our flippin' mouths.
My wife!
No, yes, out of our flippin' mouth.
Another way,
No.
Caillou died before the series started, and the narrator simply telling stories of her grandson to the two kids. Another theory could be that Caillou never had cancer and instead was born with a gene that prevents him from growing hair. Or his growth of hair is very slow and it might take years until he starts growing hair. So there's been mentions that the true reason Caillou is bald is because he was originally an infant in the books, and they wanted to keep him recognizable to children. Furthermore, the original voice actress of Caillou, Jackie Linsky, died in a car crash in 2003. Okay, I guess
Okay.
I didn't
R.I.P.
add
the
that. It
voice
was added that she
actress.
died in a car crash in 2003. I guess rest in peace. I don't really know, but it pretty much confirms that he doesn't have cancer. You know, there's some people who will still believe
Doesn't deserve hair or love.
it, but you know what? If he does have cancer, big ups,
Well,
Caillou.
he's teamed up with the
The
Ice Age,
voice actor
baby.
just got
I'll be the Make-A-Wish.
somehow mentioned that in there at the end. I'm laughing because it's just so random, not because she died in a car crash. Rest in peace. But that's the end of the first layer. I'm gonna be moving on to layer 2 now, but I guess thanks for sticking.
Gosh. Hold on.
So I've got my essay written.
God. Continue.
I'm trying
Put
to
it
play
on.
Caillou
And I've been working on it for about a week.
Don't.
I'm going to show you how I use Grammarly to...
Clicking
I
on this
don't
one.
grow even
I'll
more.
see you there. Super Y versus Proto, the
Oh,
antivirus. So this is based on a series of YouTube remixes based on an Indian antivirus software, Protogent. So the advertisers have been criticized for their animation, the characters, and song choice, which features a rap about software. Many online have claimed that the antivirus is malware because of the character of Proto looks very similar to Wyatt from the animated children's series Super Y. On August 18th, 2013, the YouTube account for Uninstall, Protogent's parent company, uploaded a 3-minute commercial of their Protogent software. In the video, 4 cartoon men discuss their issues before being approached by Proto, Protogent's superhero mascot. As of August 2017, the video has been viewed 5,500 times. The following year, February 25th, Uninstall uploaded another Proto-based commercial in which the character raps. The video is inspired by a large number of remixes involving Protogent. On September 9th, 2016, Protogent uploaded another commercial under the name Uninstall Systems PVT Ltd. The commercial, which features 2 Protos, one with a mustache talking about the product, received more than 30,000 views in less than a year. So this is pretty much just a conflict between a knockoff Indian version of Super Y, which was promoting software. I mean, don't download this. It's probably definitely going to destroy your PC. That's pretty funny though. Bearstein Bears versus Bearstein Bears.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a theory about the Mandela effect. The way Bernstein Bears is pronounced is Bernstein Bears, but there's a lot of people who had the presumption that was originally Bearstein Bears, S-T-E-I-N, but it's S-T-A-I-N. It's an interesting case of the Mandela effect, and some are really in belief that it is Bearstein Bears. Me personally, I always remember it being Steen. It's S-T-E-I-N. That makes sense. Bearstein Bears just doesn't really make sense. This might all just be bullshit, but it's incredibly interesting to look into the Mandela effect and how this works. Some people really do believe that it was originally Bearstein Bears, not Bearstain Bears. Anybody who grew up with it, can you please tell me below what's your interpretation of this? Do you
Imagine PBS Kids fighting game.
Oh gosh.
Barney versus.
remember it being Stein, or was it always Stain?
I think it was
your perspective on this.
Stein.
For those who grew up with it, is
I
the
read the
Mandela
books
effect
a lot.
or some of you just might not even care at all. You just saw two bears and that was it.
I've
Jerry
heard the
Falwell
Bears
versus
back
the
in elementary
Teletubbies,
school.
the Tinky Winky controversy.
Oh.
So controversy arose in
I
1999 concerning Tinky Winky and him carrying a bag that looks much like a woman's handbag. Oh my god.
Is he gonna
You're right.
vent?
He aroused interest at Jerry Falwell. In 1999, when Falwell alleged that the character was a
Hey, he faked
gay
task.
role model, Falwell issued an attack on the National Liberty Journal, citing Washington Post in/out column, which stated that the lesbian comedian Ellen DeGeneres
Okay,
was out
other
as the
jokes
chief
aside,
national gay representative, while trendy Tinky Winky was in. He warned parents that Tinky Winky could be a covert homosexual symbol because he is purple, the gay pride color, and his antenna is shaped like a triangle, which is the gay pride symbol. The
How
BBC
is
made an
that-
official response explaining that Tinky Winky is simply just a sweet technological baby with a magic bag. They also made a comment that he's not gay, he's straight, he's just a character in a children's series. In 2007, it was revisited, and an investigation was ordered. I noticed that he has a woman's handbag, but I didn't realize he's a boy, said in a public statement by Sawinska. The opinion of leading sexologists who have maintained the series has negative effects on children's psychology is perfectly credible. As a result, I've decided that it's no longer necessary to seek the opinion of other psychologists. Despite the objections, the Independent of Sunday's editors included
Gypsy
was the only
almost is in that form.
2008 on the happy list, alongside 99 real-life adults recognized for making Britain a better, happier place. It's 2021, folks. Times have changed, but that's really funny that Tinky Winky was an actor.
Clean it. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, what? Someone vented. Okay, just kidding. Who just vent? Continue.
Right. Wait.
Stop. Okay, other.
What you did there.
No. Please, I'm telling you the truth. But okay, but hear me out. This is Teletubbies related. The vacuum actually scared me when I was a kid.
Actual
It's
national
true.
menace for teaching kids homosexuality. Take in mind, this is 1999. That's a way
Oh.
different place from 2021. Tinky Winky.
Oh, that's
The
very
homosexual.
sus with Dipsies.
Because he had a fucking handbag. That's it for layer 2, though. This was a pretty short one. For layer 3, though, I'm going to be handing this off to my friend, the Hole in My Garden. He's a cool guy, and he's British, so you should go subscribe to him. I'll see you guys in the 4th layer. Bye.
I've been on this channel a few times already, and a lot of you most likely I know that guy. So I'm not going to waste words here. I'm the Hole in My Garden, and I'm here to cover a few layers of this iceberg.
You don't know who that
now, in
is?
case you haven't known,
No.
You don't know who Mr. Rogers was?
I don't. Look, is it Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I barely know that. I don't fully know that.
Do you know? It was an old show, Mr.
Yeah, I remember Mr. Rogers when I was younger.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day
No.
for neighbor.
Oh, wait, maybe I do.
Would
Just
you
continue.
mind? Yeah, I feel mad that you
It's all right. I just,
now.
maybe
Go.
my broadcasting company didn't have it, but continue.
Eddie Murphy did a pretty good parody of it on Saturday Night Live. Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood.
Yeah.
not American, and PBS is an American public broadcasting network. So a lot of this stuff is very unfamiliar to me. And now you're probably thinking, hey, if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about and have no clue what Sid the Science Kid is, then why are you even on this iceberg? And to that I say, every day's a school day. Like little kids did during the ancient days of television that sit cross-legged and mindlessly listen to little facts and trivia coming from a cartoon character trapped behind a screen. And let's learn some things. I inform you, you inform me. So let's start with Curious George racism. Okay.
Oh,
Let's
Hey,
avoid both arguably bigoted
I
assumptions of
only
what
read the book
you're
for
referring to and
Curious
actually look into
George.
this a little more. This, I guess you would call it a theory, an interpretation, it doesn't really matter. Point is, this came about as a result of an essay written by a sophomore at Boston University called Mary Terhune, titled A Good Little Monkey. Curious George's undercurrent of white dominance in the series' continued popularity, and the series' continued popularity. This essay is pretty dense with references, arguments, and points relating to social and political context surrounding George, as well as possible offensive signage, so it's not exactly the thing I can just read word for word, as that's boring.
Oh, this
But this
one was
essay
a
is
funny-
interesting, so I'll try my best to paraphrase arguments and lift quotations from the essay. Terhune calls into question some of the earlier Curious George books as examples of implicit racism. The essay states, earlier books in the series proved problematic with their overt references to the abduction and forced enslavement of Africans during the slave trade, and their glorification of the man in the yellow hat who was celebrated as a friend and protector rather than condemned as a captor and oppressor. The series' celebration of the
I just
oppression
found him very
irresponsible parallels the oppression
letting-
of black Americans, making the book's fame seemingly contradictory to the atmosphere of innocence in which modern
mean,
society
when you
seemed
put modern
hypnotized all as the
society
right fairies was commonly white
I mean, there
civilians,
was.
Ridiculous.
and the story is thought to be set there as well. Individuals in George were black youth. Personally,
Yeah.
something theories,
No.
caricature books are kids. I do
Just
think
the animal in a book series.
Barney
Oh, wait, I think I know
1997
this.
Macy's Parade. Okay,
He gets
so on
what he
Thanksgiving
deserves.
1997,
I've
there
heard
was a
of
little
that.
parade float of Barney the dinosaur flying beautifully
I've seen
and
that clip
gracefully
and
through the
heard of
streets
that.
like a kite on a windy field in Wales.
What?
Barney float was a mainstay of the annual Macy Parade for the past 12 years, but on that fateful day, disaster struck.
Cry to the great master, all the humanity and all the fast defeated around it.
One of the most satisfying.
The cause for the Barney float dying a Suicide Squad death was due to high winds which caused the float to sway constantly, all the while proving extremely difficult to control, leading Barney to collide with a lamppost, ripping his guts open. Afterwards,
No. He keeps on flying and makes things. Ah! Oh my god. Imagine seeing like your favorite character.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
favorite character like flying as a balloon only to be mauled by lampposts.
God. That would be weird.
Yeah.
what started
Yeah,
as
this is the
cheers
last
turned into a
layer,
chorus
and
of a
then we're
million
gonna
children watching their
get
childhood
back
hero
to
die in
Mom,
horrific
baby.
pain as he fell to the ground and was repeatedly stabbed and stepped on by the NYPD. I told that from the perspective of the Barney float being alive. Not only is it funny,
Surprisingly.
it also shows the sad undertones of this event. Barney was my childhood, man. I don't care how cynical you are, seeing an icon of your childhood be stomped to death by police officers is just sad. Thomas and Friends fascist.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so another
Okay,
rabbit hole
alright.
topic.
Of
This is
course.
referring to a New Yorker article by Gia Tolentino called The Repressive Authoritarian Soul of Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. Tolentino
is-
specifically cites the episode The Sad Story of Henry
Oh,
as a
yeah.
sign of Sodor's fucked up
Obviously.
totalitarian
Yeah,
fascist
definitely.
undertones.
It's basically
And there's even a book that's even more insane in the books called Bad
It's pretty
Lookout.
infamous, but to summarize, the episode begins with a train called Henry going through a short tunnel and refuses to leave, as he didn't want the rain to ruin his lovely green paint and stripes, which led to a huge incident involving all of Sodor and Thomas himself trying to get Henry to leave, which of course Henry refuses.
I know.
All the while, the leader of Sodor's train, Sir Topham Hatt, stays on the sidelines doing nothing. After a lot of time and effort, Sir Topham Hatt just straight up says, "You know what, go fuck yourself, Henry. If you want to stay in this..."
basically.
Well, I mean, he was let out, is the
no.
thing.
So basically, they just bricked the poor guy up.
Well, yeah, that was very unorthodox, but I mean, he was let out eventually.
Didn't you make like a video? Like, remember those two BTS stands doing like the reaction video, and they were like crying over it, and you edited it.
Yeah, well,
I believe.
I think I don't honestly. Yeah.
But this is where true men cried.
I think it's more Duke.
I think we should
I
use
don't-
this. So basically, what happens is this goes on,
Yep.
and the poor guy.
Stuck there in his misery.
Oh,
Well, I think, but
knock off Thomas.
Well, here's the thing. I think Edward was actually caring for him.
No, Edward just wanted to kill the poor guy.
No, he was saying, hello? It's Gordon who straight up refused, saying, serves you right.
Yeah.
Okay, turn up the volume.
No, I can't. My dad's in here.
Oh, it's Walter White.
Exactly
So
makes Sodor and
basically,
its residents seem as
what
kind and
happened-
welcoming as the show might make you
I mean, that happened with
yeah.
James.
believe. The lesson of this episode is essentially do what you're told or be left in the darkness and die. And this isn't the only episode that has resulted in vaguely fascist punishments for troublemaking engines. In another episode, a show-off engine called
yeah.
Roger is converted into a generator to make him useful at last.
He'll never move again.
In another episode, a double-decker bus named Bulgy the station and talks about revolution. He's quickly labeled a scarlet deceiver, trapped under a bridge and turned into a hen house. On Sodor, the steam trains engage in constant competition.
I have a challenge for all
Fine,
of you.
Mr.
Go
B.
take every computer in your house. Your mom.
Other thing is that Bulgy straight up was, and I think,
Okay, let me have you rant. Let's.
okay, well,
No,
Henry
let us
learned
present.
his lesson. Bulgy partially learned his lesson, but he was more aggressive than Henry, whereas Henry was just anxious. Bulgy, on the other hand, was just aggressive towards the engines.
It's like, yeah, just like do what you're told or else you'll die.
It's Bulgy who is the fascist. Anyway.
Yeah, I actually, this was my sophomore research project in high school.
Oh, and a darker theory. Oh,
Wait, is that Chuggington?
why? And it's unrealistic how they got a. Hey, turn up the volume.
Yeah, my dad. Basically, yeah.
Stations. The show, canonically, takes place in a train post-apocalypse where the island of Sodor is the only safe zone in a totalitarian dystopia, in which steam trains are routinely killed and their body parts are sold or cannibalized for repair. In one of the original books the series is based off, there's a pretty grim line that talks about a place where trains are broken down, disassembled, and killed. Engines on the other railway aren't safe now. Their controllers are cruel. They don't like engines anymore. They put them on cold, damp sidings and then... Percy nearly sobbed. They cut them up. The accompanying illustration features two terrified trains facing dismemberment.
I've read
and
that
behind
book.
the train with a chilling black void where its face used to be. Like, holy...
Oh. Yeah,
There's an even more frightening parody called Sodor Fallout.
Oh my lord, that is absolutely terrifying.
Well, here's the thing. That
What?
actually happened in Sodor Fallout when they experimented on Oliver and turned him into a empty-faced beast who went on a massive rampage throughout the island.
Well, I hope you enjoy this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, or else you too will end up like Henry and be.
No,
locked
he
up.
was let out. He was let out. Okay?
I mean, like that part. All right. Oh, before.
Don't. Hey, all right, bye.